In this lesson, we're going to learn a bit about debugging JavaScript as well as debugging PHP. Most applications have both JavaScript and PHP or some other server-side language going. And one of the big problems is you start writing one language inside of the other one. You write JavaScript inside of PHP or PHP inside of JavaScript, and it's hard to spot because the code looks right, and it takes you a while to realize you're in the wrong place for this kind of code. So here's a simple form that I have set up that's going to give me that message on my age, but I've made it here with a full name. And I want it to validate, so I'm going to go ahead and test the validation first. I'm going to hit this with nothing entered, hit the submit information, and I get that. Now, one of the problems here, let me go back. I didn't actually run it from localhost. It actually tried to run the PHP. So let's put localhost in. That's the first error. So now I'll run it from localhost, and let's try this again. Submit the information. My first error says there's an unexpected equal sign in line 19 on the PHP program. Well, right away, I'm confused on a couple of levels. Why did I go to the PHP program if I had a bunch of blank fields in there? If I had blank fields, that form shouldn't have validated, and it shouldn't have submitted the form. So I'm going to actually, before going to the PHP program, I'm going to look at this HTML program. Now, one thing I want to show you in Firefox, let's go back to Firefox, is something called the error console. This puts error messages in there every time you run. Now, it may be stacked up from previous runs, so I'm going to clear that out, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to run this again, remembering this time to put the localhost, enter, and now I'll hit the submit button. Okay, let's go back to the error console. So we have a bunch of errors. It says you must enter a first name. These are on line 20. I've got two errors. And validate form is not defined on line 1. Very often those kinds of errors go away when you fix these kinds of errors, because there really is nothing on line 1 but a doc type. So let's go back. Here we are, say just a doc type. So let's go to line 20. So I'm concatenating this string onto error message. That looks right, doesn't it? Well, it kind of would be if we were in PHP. That's where we use the dot equals. But when you're in JavaScript, you use a plus equals. So let's see if that cleans anything up. The other ones have plus equals. I'll look around. Look like they do. Okay, let's go ahead and clear this, and we'll go ahead and run the program again. I'm going to run it right from the document that I changed. I'm going to hit the little view in browser, change this to localhost, and run it again. Now, submit. You must enter a first name. Age must be a number. I didn't enter a last name. How come that didn't come up? And sure, age should be a number, but wouldn't age want to be seen as missing first? So let's go look at that. That doesn't seem right somehow. Let's look at the validation. I've got first name. I'm up here in validate form. First name. Check if it's null. Null. I add the message. Good, I got that. Wait a minute. I put var dollar last name. Well, there is no dollar last name in JavaScript. That's PHP. So that's probably part of the problem. It's not even looking at this. So let's see if we got that fixed up. How about the age? I've got if age is null or blank. I'm getting age. And uh-oh, there it is again. Another dollar sign. So I never got the you must enter your age. That's what I should have got instead of the number before doing anything. All right, I cleaned up that many errors. Let's go ahead and run this again. Changing to localhost. Run it, hit the submit. Enter first name, enter last name. Age must be a number. Well, that's true. Again, I would have thought I would have gotten a blank there, so I would have checked for age. So what am I not doing here? If age equal null, last name, I'm comparing to the other ones, or it looks right. You must enter your age. So it looks right to me. I don't see the error at this point. So let's go down and look at the form field and see if we see anything down there. Age. Here's the age. It's got an ID. Nothing else has age in it. Let's come back. Well, when I don't see something, and that happens, get element by ID, age, pulling it back, seems to be the right number. I'll go ahead and I'll do something like put in an extra alert statement. And I'll put in a string too, just to make sure that I get something, because if it's null, that alert won't even appear. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's in this age that things aren't behaving the way I was expecting it to. In fact, another little trick. I'm going to put a single tick here and a single tick here. And I'm going to wrap this around to make sure there aren't some like extra spaces in it that I'm not expecting somehow. So let's go try this again. Run it here. Put localhost. Submit the information. Age. Object HTML input element? Excuse me? Now what is that? Oh, that's a very common mistake. So let's go back. So I didn't see that. And that's why we put in things like alerts to help us see. Let's go back. It says age is object HTML element. Well, you know what? It is. Because I'm getting the element here. But look at what I'm doing on the other ones. I'm getting last name dot value. I'm getting the value that the user entered. And I wasn't doing that here. So age, as far as it's concerned, is filled in because it's not null and it's not a blank. It's that big long object HTML element thing. So let's take that out and put that back in. And now we'll test it again. That's a real common error to make. And those alerts are really handy for spotting something like that. Realize you're not looking at the value, you're looking at the object. Okay, you must enter your age. That's correct. Steve? Perry, this is all good. My age. Actually, I'm going to put my age. That's not a number. Must be a number. Okay, I'll take that out. Okay, I hit it. I said submit. Hey, what's going on here? Nothing's happening. Must be another error. Let's go back and look. So I hit the submit button. Submit button's supposed to validate the form. We saw it validate the form. Why aren't we submitting the form? Well, let's go down to the submit button itself. We remember that when we use return, we have to return true for this to submit, to go do the form at all. So it has to be returned true. So what do we have up here? We said if error message equals nothing, no errors, return true. That seems like it should work. In fact, it looks like I made a mistake here. I said equal instead of equal. So it seems like it would always return true and always submit. So it's kind of odd that it's not submitting at all. So let's go ahead first of all and correct this, make this equal. And let's see if we see any other problem. I'm going to go to the error console. I've got these uncaught exceptions. You'll see this on and off every now and again. They usually can just be ignored. So let's try that again. Somehow I don't think that's the problem, but let's go give this a whirl. I'm going to run it again from localhost. I'm going to enter everything because that's what we were testing. Okay, we get to the PHP program this time. It's very possible that there was a variable in there that needs to be cleared out that wasn't being cleared out. Now it says an unexpected equals in the PHP program. Oh dear. So we got problems in PHP too? That was on line 19. So what have we got? Age equals post on age. That looks right, right? I mean, that's just what it's supposed to do. Except we're not in JavaScript. And when you're in PHP, you got to put a $sign there or it's not going to work. Okay. I'm going to back up and try it again. A message for me, 0. I'm over the hill. All right, let's go back and see what's going on. So here, a message for you, full name, and it says $full name is 0. I've got $full name equals the first name, concatenated with a space and last name. Perfectly correct. That's exactly what I want to do. Well, if I was in JavaScript, I'd want to do it that way. When you're in PHP, you don't concatenate with a $sign. That's only for addition in PHP. So it's adding these strange strings together and coming up with 0. That's the way we do concatenation in PHP. Let's go back. Try it again. Submit. A message for you, Steve Perry. You are over the hill. I certainly am. And that ends our lesson on debugging PHP and JavaScript.